What up, YouTube? It's me, Isaac, coming to you with another edition of my life. Sorry, it's been a while since I've uploaded. Life gets in the way sometimes, and well, that's all I'm gonna say about that. It the last couple of weeks have been rough, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And so, y'all know I love doing food reviews, and right here, I got one of my favorite bags of chips from when I was a kid. So, my grandma used to work at this grocery store, and there were certain things that I would love to snack on whenever grandma and grandpa were watching me. And as far as I recall, and my dad would be able to back me up on this, should be able to back me up on this if he was around, but I'm back in my apartment, not in the main house. So, like I said, back in the day, my grandma used to work at this grocery store, and she used to kind of stockpile stuff that I used to love just for when she'd watch me, and my grandpa and I would be watching racing. Well, I'd be watching the race. Grandpa would be knocked out before the end of the. I want to say he was up for I was so young, I don't really know, but given given how people are, I would say Grandpa didn't even last till the tenth lap, and actually, I'm not even sure about that. But one of the things that my grandma used to stockpile were Funyuns, and I just happen to have a bag of those right now. Oh my god. Oh my god, this takes me back to childhood. I'm not exactly sure how my grandma kept the stockpile stocked. My theory about that is, and again, I'll ask my dad about it. My grandma, when she used to, on her days work, on her work days, would put it back, would pay for some of my favorite snacks when they got delivered. Well, obviously, and she probably put them in the back, in the storage room in the back or something. I'm not really sure. I just know that whenever I'd go over there, there'd be many bags of Funyuns, a race on the tube, possibly possibly chili on possibly chili on the stove. Mm. Oh my god, that's good. I meant to do this video a couple hours ago, but it just didn't pan out. And by that I mean I I had to wait for my phone to charge. Although looking at it now, I'm pretty sure my charger came out of the wall because my phone isn't completely fully charged. Which is hilarious and a little irritating. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool growing up when Grandma and Grandpa would watch me because, like I said, many bags of Funyuns, chili on the stove, coffee in the coffee maker. It was pretty sweet having my grandma and grandpa watch me whenever they did. And like I said, grandpa would fall asleep before the midpoint of the race, and I'd just be watching the TV, sitting there with just a bag of Funyuns, maybe shark gum afterwards, and just waiting for the chili to be done. Although the way my dad, maybe I should ask my dad to make that one night. Interesting idea. Well, we'll see how that pans out. Pans, funny. So, as I was saying, my when it came down to it, my whenever I was watched by Grandma and Grandpa, like I said, it was racing on the tube, mini bag of Funyuns, actually multiple mini bags of Funyuns to be precise, and just waiting for hopefully the chili to be done. I know Grandma didn't make chili every time I came, but still. And actually that's kind of a hilarious story in and of itself. And by that I mean, from what I know, and I know my parents will probably correct me on that. What the heck? Holy crap, I knew the apartment had good acoustics, but dang, these are really good acoustics. Unless there's... Oh boy. But yeah, it's just funny that, to me, it sounds like there's an echo in here, and I don't know why. Oh crap. If you hear something going off, you'll know why. Because I don't want to say it again, but you can put two and two together yourselves. And like I was saying, when Grandma and Grandpa would watch me racing on the TV, couple bags of Funyuns before my mom and dad picked me up. As far as I can recall, I probably have some of the details mixed up, but I know that Grandpa was always watching racing, and he'd always fall asleep before, like I said, maybe he was up for the halfway point, or I was right when I said he didn't make it to the fifth lap or something like that. and I would just stay up and watch it. It was really fun doing that, and huh, weird. But but yeah, it was really fun doing that. I honestly did not expect my mom to grab me a bag of Funyuns today because I haven't had the last time I had these was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. Actually, let me change that. The last time I had a bag of regular Funyuns was 3 or 4 years ago, but I had a bag of those flaming hot Funyuns not too long ago. I think it was like a year and a half ago when I had those. Whoa. Not only do I have one of my favorite bags of chips sitting here, I got a Gatorade Zero that is I'm about to be throwing back a little bit of Gatorade Zero right now. Cheers. Whoa. Whatever flavor Gatorade Zero this is, my mom needs to get some more of it. This stuff is good. Holy crap. Actually, wait, let me look here. Should say the flavor on the bottle somewheres. Ah. It is Glacier Freeze, which it excuse me. It is one of my favorite flavors, which is why I've been my mom might love this joke. I've been actually I really can't make the joke, but let's just say my mom's a nurse and whenever I tell my mom I've been drinking something for a couple of days, you can figure out the joke. And I don't know if she laughs at that just because I don't know if she actually finds that funny or if she's just pandering to me. But either way, I still find the joke freaking hilarious. But man, like I said at the beginning of this video, this bag of Funyuns is taking me back to childhood. Now, there was one thing I found really, really funny about my grandma working at the grocery store she worked at. Besides the stockpile of snacks for us whenever we go over there. And that was, so this all took place in the 90s, and y'all remember that, y'all should know The Simpsons. And so back when The Simpsons was just taking off, and they were releasing different candies on different candy brands using The Simpsons. I can't remember. Obviously, I only know the candy brand because my dad told me at one point or another. But they were, I can't remember if he said they were Butterfinger BBs or some other candy brand. But my grandma had them, let's just say, the only reason I know this is because of my dad. And obviously my grandma told me over the years that she didn't like what the packaging had to say on with the Simpsons on it. I really wish I could repeat what it said, but I can't. As you can tell, I really freaking want to repeat it, because if you know The Simpsons, you should be able to tell what one of Bart's catchphrases is, or should I say was/is, because he still uses that catchphrase to this day. And my grandma just didn't like that, and I'm pretty sure the next time a shipment of stuff came to the store, my grandma sent back the Simpsons stuff, all because of what the packaging said. But like I said, that was back when The Simpsons first came out, and that was like maybe a year or two before I was born. But yeah, it's really funny that my mom got me that bag of Funyuns, and it just brought back a lot of good memories of my grandma and my grandpa. And I remember, actually, wait. I'll have to look for it later. Oh, there it is. I wish I could grab it. But, my grandma gave me this, little stuffed frog. And I really love this little stuffed frog she gave me, because I love stuffed animals, even though I'm 35. And so as I was saying, my grandma gave me this cute little stuffed frog. I can't remember how long ago it was, because I just can't. And it And my grandpa helped me start a. My grandpa's the one that got me into collecting cars. Y'all might have seen my car collection part 1 and 2, which my grandpa got me started when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8. But then around 13 or 14, I stopped collecting. Well, I didn't stop collecting. I just stopped adding pieces to my collection for a little bit because I had other priorities than just my car collection, which I still have. I technically have two car collections now. The one me and my grandpa started when I was a kid, and the one my uncle on my mom's side helped my uncle on my mom's side helped me start collecting cars again. And actually, I don't know why I put uncle in air quotes that second time, but I digress. So yeah, I basically have two different car collections that I combined into one. My, like I said, grandpa's car collection, and then my uncle's. It's all one, even though I stopped adding to my collection for a couple years. And yeah, it's just really funny. It's just I'm actually glad that I'm back to making videos because like I said at the beginning of this, the reason I haven't posted any videos in a while is life gets in the way, and I don't know when I'll be able to get back to daily uploading, but I'm hoping that will be soon. But like I said, life gets in the way. So it's like I always say, you gotta you gotta play the hand you're dealt with, and unless you stack the deck, you don't know what you're pulling, and if you stack the deck against your opponents, you're a cheater. And it's like they say, cheaters never win. I mean, stacking the deck may get you a little ways in card games, but that is only if your opponent does not see that you had stacked your deck instead of shuffling it. Some players that I had that I've that I had that I have gone up against in the past, instead of actually shuffling their decks, they would just make it look like they were shuffling, but in reality they were stacking, and back then I didn't realize what I didn't realize I really thought they were I really thought they were shuffling their deck. I didn't realize they were actually stacking their deck, which when I finally realized that they were stacking their decks instead of shuffling their decks, I started to call them out on it, which I'm glad I'm getting back into card games, which God, I need to get back to my local card shop. I haven't been I haven't been at all this year except for a just a walk in when I had doctor's appointment, and I wasn't even in there for like 5 minutes. And so yeah, I'm wondering what they I'm wondering what they have in stock in Digimon, Magic, or Pokemon, or heck, I'm wondering what they have in stock of the big four: Digimon, Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what I'm really wondering, and I may have to ask. Actually, I will have to see how I can play this out. If I can play my cards right, I will. Hopefully, I will get to go to my card shop this Sunday. If not, talk my mom into taking me on Monday, just so I could look around, see what they got, and hopefully they have. The reason I want to go on Sundays is because that's the day I normally go, and that's the day they do their Digimon trading card game, which is the one of the big four that I am actually actively playing at the moment. I mean, I'd play Yu-Gi-Oh. I'd play all four, but they do different. They do different. They do different days. Have different TCGs, and the only time I can get around to going is on Sundays because throughout the week everybody's busy, or the van isn't here, or there's something up with my chair. I'll just put a pin in that. And yeah, it's just been an interesting. The last month has been interesting, and well, a little bit over a month, I should say. It's been interesting. I honestly do not know why it looks like I have why it looks like my hair is like the top of a chicken's head. So that's pretty darn funny to me. And yeah, I'm your host, Isaac Browant. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment. Sorry about that. I'm your host, Isaac Browant. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one. I know I sure as shit will. Peace out, y'all.